Hey guys, so here we are at Lincoln Cross Country. Sorry, we can't take many photos as I've forgotten the camera. But basically, Lincoln's a fantastic old-fashioned galloping, quite strong cross-country course. I love it as one of the first runs for the more experienced horses. Normally, it can get, a bit unlucky with the time of the year and be quite wet here. Today, the ground's absolutely fantastic, but normally I wouldn't bring first-time intermediates or novices here purely because it gets quite wet and it's strong enough. Basically, we're at fence 4, which is obviously a carrot feeder here, and then as you can't see yet, but it's a curving to a brush corner. Now on Jack, I'm going to come on this line, which is this carrot feeder here. This is the long route, which you can jump and sort of give yourself more time to wiggle around. But I'm going to come on this, on a bit of an angle and curve round. If I was on a babier horse or a less experienced horse than him, I'd come over here, so round the tree, adds a couple of seconds, but just put a real dog leg on. Because let's face it, he jumped round 4 freestyle last year, 2 clear, 2 not being so good. I actually want to challenge him, we want to know, have we got a horse for the future? As I said, I'll come on a tighter line just because, we want to know if we've got a proper horse. And because he either went so well or was quite naughty last year, why not challenge him? He's not green, he was just got a bit cheeky. So it actually might be good, I feel, to come out with him and be like, come on, man up. Now this year's your year. If not, you're going to go and join the Household Cavalry. So it's up to you. So I'll jump this, give him a crack on the neck. He'd go slightly right anyway, so being a left-handed corner, it sort of will suit him more, she says. It should. I'm not going to worry about stride. This is very obvious what to do. It's not too wide, jump in the middle. I feel that he should jump this. And I will almost come on a little bit of a straight line, come a little bit left to right. But, I just feel that a horse that's jumped around a few advanced and a few freestyles should come pick this up and go and jump it nicely. Through the corner, we've come through the gap in the fence here, just to quite a nice straightforward block. Just keep coming at it. Should be a sort of formality really. Here we have, don't know who he is, going up the mound. Very nice. So just a straightforward fence at fence 6. And again, another just galloping fence, sort of wagony type fence. Fairly straightforward, shouldn't hopefully cause any problems. Okay, so after fence 7, which was a nice wagon, we come down from this angle. You can see a nice step up with a bit of a ditch in front of it. Probably a little fiddly stride on the top. Down and a couple of strides to fence C, which is just a single barrel. Again, there to be jumped, I think this is very fair. This sort of fence, if it had been really wet, would have caused carnage, because it got stuck on the top of the bank and then maybe stuck a bit when they landed. But I think that for a horse that knows its job, knows what it's doing, actually should ride really nicely. Guys, corner fence 9, not wide, filled in, quite a nice one. I jumped this fairly sort of straight, keep going. Again, so far I would have said it's been beefy, but not the sort of anything that should cause any problems. Yeah, little style head guys off the corner, been really kind by putting the flower bed here, but just something, it's on frangible pins as you can see, just something to give a little bit of respect to. I've really expressed in the past how much I feel that a lot of course builders get a lot of slack for maybe building not very nice fences, but I think it's our job as riders to 1, train our horses to jump them, and 2, take a bit of responsibility when maybe we don't ride them as well as what we should have done. And also, amount of horses that run day in, day out eventing, there's bound to be sort of, the odd blip and the odd problem. But for me, they've been really kind here with a little guide rail. But again, just something just to keep hold of, because you're jumping into a bit of nothing. So quite easy for them to be distracted thinking where we're going and just leaving a leg here. Go over the stile, up a bank, down a bank, hopefully over the stile, not through it. Sorry. And then we come to this really nice bridge here, just to my... No, I'm joking.
I was about to say.
Up to this brush, just a little bit of uphill, incline, decline, incline to it. It's just way important because suddenly there is a drop behind it to a narrow brush. So it's just important just to be leg round them, just saying, because they will be going, where am I landing, where am I landing? It's really important just to be here saying, no, come on, keep going, keep going. Something like Frosty will have probably worked out what it is from the previous fence, but a horse even like Jack, who's having his first run of the year, just important to be there, and just holding their hand slightly. Okay, so then you land and just run straight down to the skinny part of the brush. I don't really know how you'd get to the wide part. The only way you'd get there is if you had a run out really and go all the way around. But you know, if he jumped this and land well, you'd be disappointed if they ran out here. Okay, so here we are at fence 13. Sorry, give me a moment. Fence 13, nice straightforward galloping fence. You know, you've come down the bank, over that brush, and a couple of sort of more difficult looking fences. But this, although it's narrowish, it's quite a nice fence just to gallop at. Although whoever who sprints are here, I'm slightly worried about. But you'd think a nice ascending, nice just gallop at it, let them enjoy it sort of fence. Okay guys, so basically I'm going to start hitting Jack from this other field. No, I'm joking. Hit water here. Obviously Jack's had his moment last year with water. It's okay, it's nice. So I'm going to be really strong into this. But I'm also going to give him a chance because he's never had a problem until he did his whoopsie at Blenheim. So I'm hoping that if I just keep kicking, keep riding forwards, keep drilling, trust him a bit, dare him a bit, he'll go. The other thing that we'd thought about of him is that because he's quite strong, we'd sort of really put the brakes in his mouth. Maybe he doesn't like me having that much control. And actually he's a good horse in front and he's fairly careful. So I'm going to loosen the chain off today and let him run a bit and just let him be as free as I dare. And just see if maybe that keeps him a little bit happier. You know, it's like me, if I don't get my own way, I sulk. And maybe that's like with Jack, you know, if he's not complete or more in control than not, he's slightly sort of sulky. Okay, so in a way this is good because we've got the nice fence in, slightly land on dry land, but not quite. A couple of strides up this step, back into the water, which is be really good for Jack because, like I said, if he's getting a bit iffy about water, a bit naughty, we've got 2 in 1 almost. But again, I'm going to ride really forwards, keep kicking, and I'm quite hopeful that he'll be absolutely fine. Okay, so we've got a bounce here, roll top, fairly kind, sort of thing that I would expect Jack to do. He's done enough bouncing his time. Just obviously important to set up really nicely for it. Just because they're rounded, don't take liberties here. This is a fence where, yeah, it could be nasty because of the course builder designer could have put us a set of upright white rails. So he's being quite kind, making them rounded, but they still deserve respect. Not too much speed. But again, you know, hopefully the horses, and just at this point we're nearly home, it's important to think about tired horses. It is their first run of the year, and more than anything else, the adrenaline and the excitement will take a lot out of them. So important here. 18, 19, separately numbered, so if you wanted to serve, you could be really obvious and do it. But I would just, you know, with a horse like Jack, certainly have a go. It's got quite a nice log, gappy, air underneath it, but really should just be able to bowl down, you know, should give you a really good feel towards the end of the course.
Water splash at 14.